Amazing news. Our fantastic councils have worked out a way to save us money. Am I crazy? I don't think they have. What the councils want to do now is go down to 4 days a week working. Paid for 5, but go down to 4. I'm not talking about doing longer days in those 4 days to make up for the day you don't work. I'm talking about 4 days a week and being paid for 5. Because the councils have worked out we're just as productive working 4 days as we are 5 days. In fact, we're more productive. Now that's bollocks. We all know we know bollocks when we hear it. That's bollocks. But let's say it was true. If it's true, then what have we been doing 1 day a week in the councils? Wasting it. What have they been doing? Now the reason why they think it doesn't matter going down to 4 days a week is because they achieve nothing anyway. So if you achieve nothing, you can achieve that in 2 days and 3 days. Achieve nothing. You don't need 5 days to achieve nothing. That's how this works. And one of the councils who's promoting this, a Lib Dem council, now that they've looked into their figures and their evaluation of the trial, they've said, this is rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Now, unless you're one of those lucky people who don't exist, who thinks their council's amazing and you get a great service for a low price, but you don't exist, I know that for a fact, why do we need councils going down to 4 days a week when they're already incompetent and produce very little for what we pay them? We need to take a hatchet to councils and local government. We need to slash it, probably by half. And they need to be lean and efficient and delivering only the services we legally required. That's what we need. But they get involved in everything. They're spending money on Free Palestine and the LGBT crap. That's why our council tax keeps going up every year. They need to cut what they do and go back to basics. But they won't. And the Labour Party is dependent upon the public sector for votes. Most people who work in the public sector vote Labour. So they're not going to do anything about it. But the next government might. But honestly, the cheek of this. Failing organisations going, can we go down to 4 days a week? I'm overworked. You don't even know what work is. And I worked in a council for a decade. Most of them don't know what work is. Please subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Unless I go down to 2 days a week.